Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, last night they had a live stream, and as usual, I did a live blog in my community posts. And this is going to be the last one that I ever cover because, as I announced, I am quitting the game. But I thought this one was good to cover because they talked a little bit about the Dream upgrade and the backlash to that, and then also one thing they did not really address was the lower pull rate rush, the cost 100 units, every 2 weeks, that kind of thing, and then the cost 90 vision cards and espers. But the focus of this video is going to be on the results for the user survey, which they did late December. And then, in a also recent community post, I talked about feeling like a cowboy riding into the sunset, and I got a request to wear a cowboy hat, so that's what I'm doing here. Last Halloween, I was the man in the yellow hat, and then I was looking desperately for stuff for the costume. Amazingly, I found this hat in a vintage store. This super high crown is perfect for the costume. I was amazed to find it. I also recently made a video talking about how a hat should fit. And this is maybe one size too small, but finding this crown was a miracle, so I was okay with buying a hat a little bit too small. Okay, but anyway, let's just talk about the user survey results. First question here. Let's see, what is your player rank? We can see that 50% are very high, and then about 10% are under 140. More than the higher ranks, I'm interested in the lower ranks, because that maybe shows like how many new players there are. I guess over 10% is good. That's better than like, under 5 or something. But yeah, I talk about this all the time. One of the keys to the health of a mobile game is a constant influx of new players, so I guess that's not the end of the world there. Okay, next question. Let's see. Do you play other games in addition to War of the Visions? 57 say yes, 42 say no. And then on the right chart there, of all the games that you play, War of the Visions, is that the one that you play the most? 60% says yes, it's the one that I play the most. Okay, next. How did you feel about the Castle Crush Guild Battle game mode? I covered that in a video. Only 11.5% said it was fun, so yeah, they're either going to make major changes to it, or they're not going to bring it out at all. I think they will not bring it to global. Okay, next, let's see, the Castle Crush, they ask for specific opinions. Let's see. First one here says, they wish it did not take over the time for a guild battle. What they did was that they put guild battle to rest for that time, and you play the Castle Crush instead. Let's see. It's not interesting. It's hard to understand. Yeah, I also found it hard to understand. I didn't even understand like what was the goal, of doing it, or like how to get a good score. Let's see. It's hard to get points. Can't see the status of, I guess, who we fight. It's hard to understand what's going on just by looking at it. I talked about this in my video where I talked about giving my answers. But, like, there's kind of a map, like, graphic, but it's meaningless as far as, like, where they are position-wise. And then there's no way to understand, like, what your status is or what the status is of your guild. And they want a practice mode, so yeah, lots of problems there. Okay, next, here are comments asking about the Dream upgrade. How do you want us to fix it? In login bonuses, they want more antlers handed out. That's pretty similar to what I asked for. Let's see, the next one. I am more focused on getting characters to 120, so I can't even think about 140 at the moment. They want more ways to get antlers and scrolls. This person is happy that there is another way to work on the characters that they like. I talked about this before, but the Japanese, when they finish leveling a character, they feel sad. because they can't work on it anymore. They enjoy the work itself. They don't enjoy that, like the amount of skills upgraded is random. And they wish that lower rarity characters will get more agility. And then looks like this person is asking for more kind of interesting stuff, or interesting upgrades, or like specialties when taking a character to 140. I think it's fine. You get the kind of the mastery abilities 3, but when you do the resets, you're only getting pure stats, so maybe that's what they are asking about. Okay, next question. Arena and match battle. Do you like it? 30% says yes, 25% says no, 45% says neither. And next, how often do you play Arena and Guild Battle? Let's see, 9% says don't play it. That's what I put. 22% says I do 1 match a day. 32% says I play it a bit. 28% says I play it, but I don't really pay attention to my rank. And then about 7% says I play it hard and I care about my rank. And then, let's see, this is asking for comments about what you would like to have improved to Arena and Match Battle. Let's see, people that you play in Arena want to be able to contact them, I think. Let's see, in Match Battles, there are people that can block the reaction 100%. That makes it boring. There's a lot of debate about that skill, which you can automatically evade stuff. God, I forget the name of it even. Cloud has it and stuff, but most people dislike it, but this person likes it. I'm okay with it myself. I never hated it. Let's see, this person would like maybe a PvP mode where you can have 4 or 5 members. And then this last comment is complaining about the bonus for the vision card or the unit, like the new ones that come out. Like in order to get a good rank, you know, to get the points, you know, you need to use them. But if you use them, it makes it difficult to fight. So they think the balance is not good. Yeah, when I was very interested in Arena, I wouldn't play it unless I was unless I had the new stuff. And that was usually after collaborations and stuff. Okay, how often do you play the practice matches in Guild Battle? Let's see, 7% says a lot, 18% says a little, 40% says not much, and then 33% says not at all. And then they talked about like how this was a great mode to sort of learn about the game, or learn about like how different characters work or interact with each other. This was always frustrating for me in my JP account, which was my stronger account, because I was in a weak guild, but I wanted to use the mode to practice, and I wasn't really able to do that. Okay, class matches and then limited time guild battles, or limited cost events. Do you like them? This is pretty similar to before. 28% says yes, 25% says no, 45% says neither. And then between solo content and multiplayer or guild, which do you like? 65% says solo content, 7% says I prefer the multiplayer or guild content, 23% says I like both, and then 4% says they like neither. So overwhelmingly, people prefer the solo content. That was good to hear, because I'm like that too. And then regarding the user interface, what would you like improved? Let's see, trust stones. They would like a way to select many at once, or better filters for them, or to display different stuff, like what kind of buffs they have. Some more stuff, like an easier way to do the practice in guild battles. And then some stuff about listing guild members in a certain way. Okay. Here they're asking about the job-based buff vision cards. What can we do there? But yeah, this is pretty obvious here. But like, knowing like which characters it would work on, they need to work on making that clear. And one funny thing about this, I a little while ago made a couple videos where I made some charts, you know, arranging character profiles by element, and then showing like who got buffs for what cards. And then after I did that, people started doing that on the JP side on Twitter. So I take credit for that. I think I can take credit for it because JP, they got those vision cards earlier, but nobody did it in that sort of chart style until I did, so you're welcome. But yeah, if they could do something like that in-game, that would be helpful. And then they talked about how like there needs to be a critical mass of these type of cards before they are really useful to learn and then use over the element-based vision cards. Okay, here, what kind of new content would you like to see? This was also in line with what I was thinking. But they would like more gimmicks on the map, or more puzzles to solve, or more interesting boss battles. So yeah, that's basically everything I said. Let's see. This player wants something where you can design your own tower. Oh, this is like, what is it? That thing where like you have like a defense of the tower, and then like other players attack you and you get items. That doesn't sound fun. A guild battle mode where you use the map. Yes, please. And then like you place like different members in different castles or different areas. That would be great. Trading items between friends. I don't think they'll ever do that. They would like better chat features. And then like a raid where there's like one big boss and then many players come together to fight. This could be fun, but I'm guessing it's going to be all auto battle if they did make it. Okay, next, is the main story easy to understand? 40% says yes, 18% says kind of, 26% says whatever, and then about 8% says it's difficult to understand. I gave up on the main story after they introduced too many characters and too many countries because I wanted maps. I'm going to bring this up again, but maps would really help with my comprehension about like who is on what team, where they come from, where they are going. But yeah, still have not added it, so that is a shame. And then someone asked me like what it would take for me to come back to the game. One thing would be maps in the game. If they did both for story purposes and new game modes, that would be great. Otherwise, more interesting battle. So like bosses with more unique attack patterns, less of just like lots of little guys with like lots of HP and status effects. Interactive maps, different clear conditions. That would be the kind of stuff that would bring me back to the game. And then release pace of main story. Who cares? Are you reading the main story? Let's see, 70% say yes, so that's pretty high. And what kind of topics would you like for story? The top one there is the one that I chose. Give you more of an idea of the world, like a more serious talk. 90% asked for that. For like jokes, more jokes in the story, about 50-50 there. And then seasonal stuff, about 75-25 there. But yeah, I also talked about this in what I want for the story. I want more hard world building. I want more history, mythology, that kind of thing. Okay, next, would you like to see videos on the main YouTube channel, kind of summing up the story? 63% said yes, 36% said no. And then they were talking about like how to format the stories. Whether to make one long video or like a series of videos, or split them up by like a country or a character or whatever. Alright, and then last slide we will look at here. What are you looking forward to in the future? 44% said better UI, 71% said more handout, 26% said new content, 29% said units with new abilities, 5% said a live in-person event, 3% said none of the above, and then 0% did not answer. Okay, so that is a look at the results of the user survey. It was kind of mind-boggling to me that 3 years into the game, you know, they're just like, oh, map interaction? Oh, solving puzzles all on the map? And I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, the Chamber of Arms was a disappointment from my point of view. Generally, the players seem to enjoy it in JP, but not me. I have higher standards, I guess. And I had to wait a year for that mode to come. But I'll keep an eye on the game once in a while. I've unfollowed all of the Twitter and YouTube stuff. But if in the far future they add some kind of mode or something that I might be interested, I would appreciate a comment, an update from somebody, and then maybe I will come back to the game then. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.